Test.
What's up? It's so deep.
Is that good or bad?
I don't mind. I like it.
All right, man. It's JoJo on the radio in the studio with, God, I love you, Gwen.
God, JoJo.
Whatever, Gwen.
Thank God for you right now, because I needed that today.
By the way, let me apologize. Look at this hair. You always come in looking so great because you're Gwen.
You.
And then look at I'm sorry, I look like a beast.
I like it. And my favorite part is when you take the headphones off and there's actually like a line that means you guys are real radio DJs.
I'm a real, look.
If you have headphone hair.
See, look at that.
Look at that. That is, I've never ever seen anyone have DJ hair. That
Really?
is DJ hair right there.
I'll take that as a compliment, although I know you're lying. I love you to death. You guys are already following Gwen on Twitter and Instagram at Gwen Stefani, of course. Are you on Snapchat, Gwen?
I'm not. Is super fun? I'm trying to figure out the difference.
Snapchat. Well, let me define you on Twitter and Instagram and tell me if I'm reading you correctly.
Okay.
Twitter and Instagram, you, just like me, you overthink every post. The filter has to be great. The text has to be great. Everything's got to be perfect. You overthink some things. That's what I do. Snapchat, it's super easy. You don't think about crap. You just take a picture of a bowl of soup, hit send, done.
And it's gone, though, right?
It stays for 24 hours, and then it's poof.
So
People
weird.
can save it, though.
It makes me sad. Like, I love to go back and look and, like, go, oh, yeah, like...
Well, you can save it if you want. You can save it to your phone, to your camera roll, and all this. I sound like a Snapchat endorsement here.
Yeah, I'm sure they're paying you.
Oh, they're not. I wish they were. They should be. All right, Gwen Stefani. Where do I start with you? A lot going on with you. This is one of those weird moments where do you talk about who you're dating now? Do you talk about the breakup? I'm not gonna go with the Blake thing because I get it. Seacrest. Everybody's already covered it. Hey, let the girl live. Let the girl date. He seems like a nice guy. Congratulations. Let's go have a drink. But I do want to ask about the previous relationship with Gavin because that's what the song's about, and I want to keep it classy because I'm your buddy.
Ask me whatever you want, and I'll decide if I want to answer it. How about that?
I am curious about Blake. One thing, what does he drink? He always has something in his cup. Probably ain't coffee. Do you even know what's in there? I mean, whatever. Tell you what, let's pause. We'll come back next and we'll get into this song that everybody, it's a beautiful song, and most amazing songs are charged by some sort of, extreme emotion. And we'll get into that coming up next with Gwen Stefani. Yo, Gwen Stefani hanging out. Gwen, let's just do it. Used to Love You. This song, I got a couple of quotes. You said you've never put out a record where you're actually going through things in real time.
Oh, wow. Here comes the stomach ache again. Okay.
No.
I'm just kidding.
I'm going to give you a hug, after we're done here. But I never thought about that because normally a record comes out, some distance after things go down.
It is true, yep.
And this one is, I guess, fairly close to the epicenter of all the things going on. So I don't want to really ask too many questions about it. I just want you to say everything we need to know, and maybe even a little bit more.
Used to Love You. Okay, well, gosh, that's crazy. I mean, the song was not written that long ago. Like, I want to say, like, maybe a month and a half ago,
right.
Which is crazy. And I had been writing because my life blew up. Like, everybody knows that my life blew up last February, and I've just been dealing with that, and unexpected, like, I was going along, like, just thinking that was going to be the rest of my life, and it's not. So I don't know what happened. Like, I've always wanted to write music so desperately because doing it is one thing that really validates me. That's what for myself. Like,
right.
Being able to songwrite and look back at those treasures of music is just everything to me. But there's been a lot of, like, insecurity about it and times where it doesn't work and I'm not getting, and the more that time goes by, the more insecure I kind of got about it. Like, and last year, right before I started The Voice, I started trying to write again. Not even write. I just had the baby, and I was like, okay, well, I need to make some new music. Maybe I'll kind of, like, try to do it with, like, how everybody else does it. Like, somebody else writes it, and I'll just kind of, like,
pick and choose your song.
Yeah, like make it mine, but with stuff I love, like my taste. Like, I've written so many songs, like, why do I have to prove myself that way anymore? And I tried doing that, and I had a whole record. Changed a few lyrics here and there, but it just didn't feel right. So then when all this stuff started going down, like, I was like, God, I really need to write. Like, I just knew. It's like, when you, like, pray about something and you just are trying to find, like, answers, and you're trying to figure out what's supposed to happen next, and you're trying to listen, and I just knew I needed to write. And even, like, the first day that I went in the studio, I was like, I didn't want to get out of bed. Like, I just, when you're so down, you just don't even want to do anything. And I went to the studio and I wrote a song, and it was like, oh my God. Like, and it wasn't just writing a song to a track or something. It was like sitting at a piano with a guy I didn't know and an engineer that was, like, sitting there I don't know. And all this stuff was going down. They didn't know. It was just like, I wrote this song, and it was called You Don't Know Me. And it's probably not even going to be on the record, but it was like the first thing like that happened. Like the channel was opened, for the first time, and the confidence came back, and I was like, whoa, this is my gift. What have I been doing? Like, I've got to do this. And it wasn't even like I want to write songs. It was like, I've got to write songs. Like, and anything I could do to get to the studio. And it became an obsession to the point where, like, I would walk in the room and the smell of the studio would be, I've said this like a lot of times because it's true. Like, something about it it was so comforting, and it was just so like incredible to be writing again. And I think I wrote probably 20 songs in 2 months or
so. Very therapeutic to go into a studio.
Yeah, right now at this time in my life, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel so blessed to be able to have that opportunity to do that. And being part of listening to music is so pleasurable, let alone being part of writing it and then sharing it and then receiving back the love. And it's such an amazing journey. And
in this writing session, or multiple writing sessions,
I wrote Used to Love You.
There you go.
There we go. Back to the question.
I'm sneaky.
I mean, there was one night, one of the epicenter of the whole thing that I would say that's the most I can say about that. And I wrote the next day, I wrote the chorus to Used to Love You, but I didn't know it was the chorus to Used to Love You. I just had written all this stuff, and it happened to be in there, buried in a bunch of lyrics that I'd written. And I'd written all these songs, but I felt like the record company was kind of like, we think it's really great, it's very artistic, and maybe we should just put it out like an artistic body of work. And it kind of felt like a punch in the stomach, like all the wind got knocked out of me. Like they didn't think anyone would relate to it, and it was too personal. And I was like, oh, ouch. But I don't know if they were secretly trying to I don't know, the next day I wrote Used to Love You. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you need someone to just pinch you, right, or slap you in the face or punch you in the stomach, which was what they did. And but the next day I walked in and I said to the guys, Justin and the guys I've been writing with, I was like, I don't even care. Like, I just want to write the most non-commercial, the most heartfelt, honest song that I can write, like the opposite of what they, you know what I mean? Like, I was being rebellious, and then it just happened to come. And I know that it came because it was just meant to happen. It was meant to be. And I had gone back through my writing and I found those lyrics, and then that became the song. And then they called me that same day. We sent it to them. I think it was the next day or something. And they were like, first time in 25 years, the record company calls and says, we think you have a big song. We think you have a hit. I was like, what are you talking about? No one's ever said that to me in my whole life.
And of all the stuff.
And then I was like, I'm tweeting this right now. Can I tweet this? Because this never happened to me. I should tweet it.
Out of all the tracks you've had, they've never said, hey, Gwen, got a winner here?
No,
never.
No, because it's always I think people Hollaback, I knew, I was with Hollaback, I was like, me and Pharrell, we were literally Tom Cruising, jumping on the couch. And we were like, okay, this, we knew it.
I want to use that.
We knew it. We were and I remember bringing them down to listen, and they didn't react the way I thought, and that it ended up being the third single on the record. It's just weird. And even Used to Love You, I wrote that, I was like, oh my god, this song is drugs, oh my god. And I sent it even to my hairdresser and my makeup artist, and I don't send songs when they're not done to people because you're not really allowed, and what if it gets out and all that stuff. But I was like, I'm sending it, I don't even care if it gets out. And they didn't react. They were and I think it was because they were it was too much, too close to everything they knew, and it was kind of and now they're it's just so weird, the evolution of people's reaction to songs and how it kind of happens. And I think the most magical thing to me is if you're just really pure and honest and real, people know that. We know that about each other, and if you're a liar and a fake, people know that as well. So I just want to just be I don't have anything to hide. How amazing to have something so beautiful amongst something so horrible.
What you needed at that moment. The world basically, energy came to you. So
it felt like it.
Well, we love you, Gwen. The
Thank
track
you.
is amazing.
Thank you, JoJo, on the radio.
Let me thank you, Gwen. It's so weird to hear you say JoJo on the radio. Gwen Stefani, Used to Love You. What else can be said? Here's the track. Now
that I got that out, yeah.
Wow, I mean, you were hesitant to start, and now I was like, she's not going to stop. That's good.
I'm going to keep talking about myself.
By the way,
over and over.
I love you. You should come in more often, anytime you want. Whatever. I'm glad things are going to be great for you. The man upstairs is looking out.
Aww,
positive energy in your direction. And for the record, I'm pumped that you and Blake are having fun because you need fun. You need positive energy. I'm doing my hands like this to send you my energy. Boom. Feel that? Also, you're working on a new album because the album you had before, you told me you scrapped that whole thing because you were working on it with other people, great songs, but it just didn't feel like it was from you. So you put those songs aside, started working on a brand new album. and that's where you are right now. True or false?
That's pretty much true. I mean, I feel like if I wanted, I have a record. I mean, it's totally, I probably have 2 records, but I want to keep writing while the channel's still open. Like, I just feel like I haven't said it all yet, and I still want to get in there. And, you know, I figure like, I don't even care. Like, I'd like to just keep writing, even if it wasn't just for my record. Like, I just love songwriting so much. It's so magical, like, to have nothing and then this thing that's like that you can't stop listening to.
Pretty wild, huh?
Yeah, and you want to play for everybody and you want to share it, and it just fulfills me so much. So
target date on the album is, I guess, when it's ready is ready, right?
I mean, I think probably early next year. You know, like, I don't really know how they do these things these days. They just sort of like I didn't even know it was coming out, and they were like, it's going to come out Tuesday. I was like, oh my god! And I woke up in the morning and
Let's
they
do
were
a video.
like,
Yay.
no, I didn't even make that. Wasn't even going to be the video. And then they were like, oh, by the way, you're going to be on the radio this morning. And I got in the car to go to an appointment, and it was on the radio.
Maybe it was us. I don't know.
Probably, yes, it was totally you. It was totally you.
I'll take a point for that. Bam. Or Seacrest, whoever played it. Hey, Gwen, I know you got to roll out of here, but good Lord, I love you. I can't wait for the album.
Yay.
You're a damn goddess.
Oh, my God.
I bow to you. That is Gwen Stefani. I would ask about The Voice, but I'm not caught up on my DVR yet, and I don't want you to ruin it for me.
It's on tonight.
I know. I got to get on that, you know. By the way, is it true you want to be a permanent member of The Voice? Like, you know, Blake and Adam are always there. Maybe you and Christina could do the thing together. They could
That
have
would be
5
amazing.
judges.
I just love doing it. It's just so fun. Like, I hope I can do it more. We'll see.
That is Gwen Stefani. Thanks for hanging, Gwen.
Thank
iHeartRadio music you should know.